everybody, and welcome to Radiant Love's Love Talk. My name is Angel D. Thomas, and I am the founder and CEO of Radiant Love, which was established in 2017. Radiant Love exemplifies the power of boldness, beauty, and self-confidence. I just want to encourage everyone to be the best version of themselves. Y'all be bold, y'all be beautiful, y'all be you. So Love Talk is a platform that I created to shine light on kings and queens. Here on Love Talk, I just invite different guests and we talk about different topics. And my hopes are to uplift, encourage, inspire, relate. And I just want us to just let our radiant lights shine because we possess so much. And I, again, just want to encourage y'all to be the best version of yourselves. Y'all be bold. Y'all be beautiful. Y'all be you. Again, the comments are off so that they do not scroll in the guest's face. But I do want to feel the love, so y'all send those hearts in. So tonight's guest on Love Talk is Eric Wilson III, who is the founder and CEO of Elite Gentlemen of New Orleans Social and Pleasure Club. Let's add him on now.
Hey, hey, how you doing?
All right, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. I can't complain.
That is so good. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation to be a guest here on Love Talk. I am just thrilled and honored that you are here, and we are just gonna have a good time tonight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm honored
yes.
to be on your show. You know, I like what you're doing. I've been peeping you out, and I'm honored that you asked me to be a part of this. So with everything going on, I needed to make sure that I was on here today at the time that you gave me.
Thank you so much. So everybody, this is Eric Wilson III, who is the founder and CEO of Elite Gentlemen of New Orleans, which is a social and pleasure club. So Elite Gentlemen of New Orleans provides at-risk youth males with a secure environment, enabling them to gain hope and belief through trust and self-respect, ultimately learning skills in a positive environment, leading to a constructive lifestyle free of drugs, violence, cycles of failure, mental welfare, and poverty that can lead them to become successful, productive citizens in their families and communities. We need more of that. And I'm just so glad that you're doing this because we need this in our communities. So you are the founder and CEO of Elite Gentlemen of New Orleans, which is a social and pleasure club. And a social and pleasure club unifies the communities and provides cultural pride and civic responsibilities.
Absolutely.
So what does Elite Gentlemen of New Orleans represent?
Oh man, we first represent brotherhood. It's a brotherhood that everyone can be a part of. You know, you don't need no type of you need some type of requirements, but you don't need, you know, requirements of like, you know, going to college or these different type of things. So what I wanted to do when I went to college, like being a first generation college, you know, goer as a male, you know, it was a different experience for me. So going from high school to college, it was just like, it kind of was like a jump. It was a big jump, and I felt like it was missing a block. So, you know, when I got into after I left college, I got into the social world, and the format that they build upon is called bridging the gap. So when I heard that term bridging the gap, I'm just like, okay, it's all coming into perspective. So with that being said, like that's what my brotherhood is about. It's about that bridging the gap. So I have a lot of members that, you know, come into the group as, you know, adults already, but our junior program, it helps them bridge that gap from high school to college. So that way somebody can tell them, you know, what they're going into instead of going into it blind, you know.
Right.
So we get them prepared and we train them up to when they go to college, they already know how to do a resume, how to dress, what not to do, what to do, you know, and how to handle themselves as a man. And they always have us, their big brothers, to, you know, come and lean on whenever they have a problem.
And it's also like a representation. They're able to actually see it, because it's different when somebody's telling you to do something, but y'all are actually showing them and they see y'all, how y'all are dressed, how y'all carry y'allselves. So it's actually a visual representation. So I just want to give y'all kudos on that because we really need that. So I want to touch on community, because community is very, very important.
Absolutely.
And we all know how important community is. And in my opinion, community has changed. And I want to get back to the old mindset of community where it takes a village to raise a child, because it
Absolutely.
really does take a village to raise a child. And according to dictionary.com, a community is a group of people who share something in common. And Elite Gentlemen of New Orleans, y'all are big on community. On May
Absolutely.
28th, 2017, the Williams and Frey family's house was destroyed due to a house fire. And y'all heard about what happened and immediately reached out to the family for assistance. So how important is it for Elite Gentlemen of New Orleans to give back to the community?
Man, it's very important because that, I mean, in your community, that's the first people you see. I mean, it's like a lot of people that made it from New Orleans, you know, that really don't be visible. You know, visible like actually being seen in the community. Like there's a lot that I have never saw in my life, and I'm 27 years old. You know, and it's not a bad thing because I don't know what them people have got, you know, have going on. They may be busy, they may can't get back. So that's what the little people like me do. You know, we give the younger brothers something to look up to other than, you know, out here killing or stealing or these different things. We showing them that, you know, you could be a hardworking man and you could still be popular or however you want to be. So drive the nice cars, dress nice, and, you know, get that recognition they want from, you know, females as being a young man. They don't have to be a badass to get that type of exposure. And, you know, so we giving them the steps so that when, you know, we become the OGs in the community, then they could step up and they can pull the other brothers up. And we could start a cycle. We could break the old cycle and start a new cycle and really, you know, grow to some wealth in our community. Take back the block, take back the community block at a time.
Yes. And it just really brings joy to my soul when I hear other people talking about things like that, because I always say we need to change the narrative. And it starts by just talking about it. And us just talking about it, like you said, buying back the block and stuff like that. It just, we're heading down the right path. So we just need to continue doing what we're doing and changing the narrative. So that is awesome. And showing these young males ways and not just telling them, you know, like I keep saying, showing them is showing them a different way, because like you said, mentally is I need to get this quick money or I need to get this like this. No, there's other ways to do things the right way. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not gonna sit here and act like, you know, I'm a goody too. So, you know, every man go through that, you know, that process of wanting to get it fast or, you know, wanting to be a provider. It comes with the territory, you know. But at the end of the day, you have to sit back and really start thinking and putting stuff into perspective. Every time now, as I got older, more mature, and had more people looking up to me, I had to think like, okay, well, if I do this, how this gonna affect that? How this gonna affect this? You know, you have to be aware of what's going on and not be so self-conscious about yourself, you know. But it's definitely a learning experience, and I think we definitely have the tools what it takes to change it. We just need a little bit more, you know, help and government assistance, you know, to put some programs into the community. You know, it's going, like you said, it takes a village. You know, but at the end of the day, it can be done, and we're not giving up. We're not giving up hope. Every day something going on, but every day they have something going on good too that's not getting exposed, and that's why I like the platform that you have for it, and I really appreciate you for having this platform.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So what resources, well, when giving back to the community, you know, you need resources. So what resources are provided to y'all so that y'all can provide to the community?
Well, actually, we only have our own resources. You know, like I said, I'm 27. We've been doing this. We've been doing this since like 13. So we like about to be 7 years in the game. And I mean, I came straight out of high school, like within 2 years in it, you know, trying to give back to the, you know, the community as far as like buying TVs and stuff. So everything that we done, it came from our own pockets. Or like, you know, if we throw our anniversary party, may, you know, use that for a couple of dollars or whatever like that. But we never had no type of assistance as of yet. So but everything we do comes out of our pockets, and, you know, and we love it.
Yes, yes. And it makes you, I guess it kind of makes people appreciate things more, knowing that people like y'all have lives outside of Elite Gentlemen. So it's coming out of y'all's personal pockets, and it makes people appreciate it more and say, wow, they really mean what they're, you know, what they stand for and what they live by. So that is awesome. That is really awesome. So the definition of elite is a select group that is superior in terms of ability or qualities to the rest of a group or society. And the definition of gentleman is well-dressed, courteous, polite, and respectful. So I'm assuming to be an elite gentleman of New Orleans, you have to possess some qualities like that. So how do you go about choosing men to be a part of elite gentlemen of New Orleans?
Well, first, over the years, um, we just do what we do, and people, they be intrigued of the things that we do, and they just be interested. So once they become interested, we give them our goals and our vision and our laws and other things of that sort, and they go through, prospecting phase. And once they go through that, we get to really know them. And before we call them our brother, we really get to know them, go out with them, get them to do different mind tricking activities and building bonding experiences with the other prospects. That's, we call them their fall brothers. So it's definitely like a process. It's not nothing that happens overnight. Everybody don't get to be elite.
And you know what? Out of everything you said, what really stuck out to me was you saying doing like mind exercises and stuff. Because
Absolutely.
I'm reading a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he said something about you are what you think, and your mind is a powerful, powerful tool. And I like how you said mind, getting them to use their mind and seeing where their mind is and stuff like that, because that is very, very important.
And sometimes just do it for the response to see, what would be the response of how would they just outsmart think it other than just doing the first thing they hear me say. How could they do it, by using their mind? Some things you're not able to do, so it's really a mind tricking game to see like what would be your response, or would you get mad, or do you know how to talk it out, or or go find something. Don't just want it to be in your face. Sometimes you may have to go the extra step and humble yourself. So it's definitely a humbling experience. But once you become elite, you definitely have gained some brothers that's gonna have your back regardless of anything.
Yes, that brotherhood. So you are the CEO, the founder and CEO. So that requires leadership and some good qualities. Let me just say this: everybody is not a good leader. Just put that out there. But to be a leader, you have to have good qualities, because it takes a lot to first run your own business, do anything, and anything where you're a leader requires you to be good at it. So some qualities of a good leader are honesty and integrity. You have to be able to inspire others, commitment and passion, being a good communicator, having good decision-making qualities, and accountability. And that's just naming a few of them. So how and when did you know that you had the capabilities to be the CEO of your own organization?
Man, I just knew I always had it. I mean, ever since I was young, I always just had this, I don't know, this certain thing about me. Like, I just feel like I can, accomplish anything. And anything that I do mostly, like, because I'm always up to something, and people just be on board. So I'm just like, okay, well, shit, I must have something special so people really want to connect and vibe with me. So, and then I just started seeing people, that I grew up with, people that I had encountered through my life, really reach out to me and be like, man, I like what you're doing, keep on doing that, and oh, I like how you dress, how how you get that. Can you help me, pick this out? And the questions just started coming, and I'm just like, well, I'm just a little bit of me. So then when I thought about it, I'm just like, well, shoot, I could start something. Let's see. So I got down and, with a couple of my friends, Quentin Jones, Darian Hills, Sean Boyd, a couple of the original founders. And, we sat down, put our mind together, and then I came up with the program. Came up with the idea, gave it to them, and we ran with it. Like, at first, we was just a little clique. He used to like to dress up and, go to parties or whatever like that when we first started college. But as I grew and we started getting more compliments and things like that, I'm like, man, hold on, let me take ownership on, my community, my city. Let me be a leader. Let me start teaching, some different things and, just different little details to help out people. And I'm a person, and how I know I'm a good leader, because I'm a person. If somebody knows something that I don't know, I'll take it from them too. I'll learn something, and everybody not good at taking criticism or learning something from somebody else when they are a leader. So a good leader should be a good listener as well, and a good learner.
Yes, because you never know everything. I never want to know
Never.
everything in life. Yes.
Absolutely.
And you spoke on something where you said about dressing, how you love to dress and you were,
Mhm.
you always got compliments. And 9 times out of 10, well, I'm going to say it like this, 10 times out of 10, when you see elite gentlemen of New Orleans, they are dressed up suit and tie. I always see y'all in suit and tie from head to the toe. Socks, bow
Absolutely.
tie, shoes, vest, jacket, slacks, belt, everything.
Thanks.
According to axmen.com, only 64% of men polled in the world, no, I'm sorry, 64% of men polled in the world don't even own a suit. That's a lot of men who don't own a suit. So, how important is appearance for elite gentlemen of New Orleans?
The appearance, I mean, that's us. That's everything. I mean, if we ain't looking good, we ain't feeling good. Something got to be wrong, you know. That's just that's just something that we like to do. It make us feel good, you know. Like I said, dressing is an art to me. You know, I can be having a shitty day. I can be having a horrible week. I could be having a bad month, a couple of months. I get up and get dressed for an event. I'm feeling like $1,000,000, you know. So, I mean, you dress good, you look good. You look good, you perform good. You know, so everywhere we go, I want us to do our best. I want us to carry these letters EG on us, and I want when somebody see it to be like, oh, that's Elite Gentleman. Yeah, them boys
Mm-hmm.
always fresh. You know, so and absolutely, and like I said, I want to give the younger crowd something to look up to. Like, okay, well, we got this going on. All them doing that over there. Okay, we have another option. We can go this way. They just as popping. They doing the same
Mm-hmm.
stuff, but they not causing no trouble or anything like that. So dressing, we
Yes.
love it. I go
Yes.
on and on about dressing. We love to dress.
Oh, yes. So, what advice could you give somebody who has never worn a suit or doesn't own a suit?
um, First thing first, like make sure your suit is fitted. Like nobody takes you serious when your suit is not on fitting right on. You can't have a baggy suit on. And not you don't have to have it tight as well. You don't have to wear that style. There's different styles you can wear your suit. But I hate when somebody's had a suit all on the ground and hanging off them and things of that sort. Because people don't take you serious. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, your appearance shouldn't be that important, but 9 times out of 10, most important people don't take people serious unless their presentation is, correct.
Yes, yes. So, many times in our communities, young men are exposed to the suit and tie attire. And believe it or not, a lot of young males or older males don't even know how to tie a tie.
Hmm.
So, does Elite Gentlemen of New Orleans offer any mentorship to young males in the community?
Oh yes, absolutely. We teach them how to tie ties, do the resumes, and all them different things I told you about. Making sure they were prepared to get a job outside of going to school, so they well prepared. And even we set up dates to where we can get people together and who wants to learn how to tie a tie type of thing today. We just do stuff out the blue like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, because we definitely need that in our community, and we don't realize how the small things can impact us in a future. Knowing how to dress to a job interview, knowing how to tie a bow tie, knowing what color socks to wear with the pants color or the shoe color.
Absolutely.
Because things like that really matter.
Yeah,
And like you said, one if you look good, you feel good, and if you
absolutely.
feel good, you perform good. So appearance is a major part. So if y'all have sons, nephews, cousins, anybody, teach them how to tie a tie. Go on
Uh,
YouTube, because we need to instill these principles in our young men and let them
Absolutely.
know that, like you said, people don't take you serious when you come with a baggy suit or. So we need to help them help themselves. So
Absolutely.
yes, in life we all have a purpose, and sometimes it takes years to discover what our purpose even is. And our main goal should be to make a mark on the world and impact the lives of others. So, as the CEO of Elite Gentlemen of New Orleans, what impact do you want to leave on the city of New Orleans?
I want to leave a great impact. I want to get everyone together. I want to become one unity. Get the old New Orleans back when Jazzland and stuff was open, and really like when the neighbors knew each other, when the neighbors could speak to your children and discipline them, and you could send your child home because you're at school. I mean, you're at work or school, and your next door neighbor gonna make sure they get inside from the school bus. You know, the little simple things like that. We want to get back to owning our community. Like we said, one block at a time. Neighborhood watching, walking the streets. I mean, everybody always talking about they want change and they taking over and all this. Well, come on. I mean, everybody's so hard in the road. Let's get out there and walk the streets. Let's make sure that everybody's safe. I mean, we can't depend on the police. I mean, most of the police that's in our communities that's patrolling, they're not even from here. You know, so that's a miss right there. You know, but we're not teaching our children to be policemen of their own community. We shine them away from that. You know, so this is the hand that we dealing with now. But back to what you were saying, I want to get New Orleans to be back home again, and not feeling like a third world.
Yes, I like what you said before. When we had Jazzland and all of that,
Absolutely.
that was some fun times.
And Teen Summit and stuff for them things like that.
Yes, that was Teen Summit was like the only concert I ever been to. That's just putting that out there. We need another Teen Summit.
Correct.
So yes, my philosophy is be bold, be beautiful, be you. I say it all day. I have it written all over my house, and I encourage it to everybody. So what is the philosophy that you stand on and live by?
I stand by and I live by. If you don't love you, nobody else gonna love you. If you don't think you the stuff, nobody else gonna think you the stuff. If you don't think you worth it, nobody else gonna think you worth it. So believe in yourself first. Love yourself first.
Yes, and I always talk about that. A confidence. You have to love you before anybody else can love you. You have to have that confidence, that self-love to know that, like you just said, you are it. And I talk about that all the time, all the time. So I just love that philosophy. I'm gonna type it up and add it to my philosophy wall. And thank you so much for that. So at this point in time, I just want to open up the floor to you to say whatever is on your heart.
Okay, I just want to thank you first off for allowing me to be on the show today. It was really an honor, and I thank you for taking the time out to do your research on certain things that meant a lot, especially about the house fire, because that was one of the most memorable community service that we did to help out, a former St. alum, somebody I went to Southern University with. So that was really important, to me. And I just want to say that we need to get the unity back. And this right here, this is a good start. Radiant Love, I love what y'all doing. Keep on doing it.
Thank you so much.
Don't get overwhelmed, because it's gonna be times where it's hard, but keep on striving. It's gonna come. People like me gonna notice and tell other people, and it's gonna get there.
Thank you so much. And I just want to shoot that love back to you. I love what you're doing with your new elite gentlemen of New Orleans, because we need that in the community, especially with these young males. We need to show them, not just tell them, show them that there is a way to do things the right way. Show them the suit and tie, give them the resumes, master their minds. And, just all these things are needed in the community. We're going to help change the narrative. We want to get our community back in our hands. We need to, like you said, it takes the village to raise a child. We want that again. So we are on the right path because we're talking about it. So once we get everybody on the same page, we'll begin walking. So it's a process, and we are doing the right thing. So I just want to thank you. Thank you for being a guest. Thank you for everything it is you're doing. Whenever you have an event or anything, let me know, because I said, you are definitely a leader. You know how to get people together, have a good time, a good, fun, safe time. And I'm not in New Orleans right now, and I miss Shamrock and all of that, but I'm going to catch you when I come down there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. For sure, we're going to turn up.
Yes. So I just want to thank y'all guests for tuning in tonight. Tonight is my grandmother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mama. I love you. Y'all show Mama this. Y'all know she don't have Instagram. Yes, Mama. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night, and thank you so much for being a guest.
No, thank you. Enjoy your day.
You're welcome. Good night.